Easy, come on.
Are you breathing? Now, we go, we alive, when you listen to me. I'm gonna talk about some radiation now. Someone is gonna die when you listen to me. The living die, the living die. Say, wake up, when you alive, when you listen to me. I'm gonna talk about some radiation now. Someone is gonna die when you listen to me. The living die, the living die. Say, are you breathing now? Do the wicked see how you still breathing? You're making me grow. Are you breathing now? Do the wicked see how you still breathing? Son, what's up? I wonder why did you listen to me? I'm gonna make it this vacation now. Insane, you're gonna die when you listen to me. The living die, the living die. Say, what's up? I wonder why did you listen to me? I'm gonna make it this vacation now. Insane, you're gonna die when you listen to me. The living die, the living die. Say, are you breathing now? Do the wicked see how you still breathing? You're making me known. Are you breathing now? Do the wicked see how you still breathing?
Hey guys, you've just seen some video of my my test maxes after the Daily Undulating Periodization cycle that was designed by Dr. Mike Zourdos, a friend of mine who spoke at the VIP camp we had. Mike is a leading expert in periodization, specifically DUP. Now I didn't retest 1 rep maxes, he wanted me to test doubles. Just to kind of, except for deadlift, he wanted me to test kind of not a true 1 rep max, but to go after my previous best gym max. So I'm going to talk about that. But he wanted me to test doubles on squat and bench press. And so basically the cycle he designed for me was a 3-week, kind of a semi-overreaching volume phase. In my video log number 3, where we talked about overtraining, I talked about overreaching. And talked about how it could actually be beneficial. So in this volume phase, I was squatting 4 times a week, bench pressing 3 times a week, and deadlifting twice a week, and I was bench pressing 3 times a week, and I was also military pressing twice a week. And so the undulation part of it comes in that you undulate the rep scheme. So one day would be a more hypertrophy-based scheme where I'm doing like around 8 reps. Another day would be a strength-based scheme, where I'd be doing anywhere from 3 to 6 reps, something like that. And then another day of power training, which is more for speed work, where I was doing singles and with submaximal weight. And then for deadlift, though, I was only doing singles. Mike only believes in doing singles because the deadlift is an all-concentric lift. And basically the setup is everything, so he would rather do more singles and get more setups next to the bar than do several sets of repping, especially if you're repping where you're touch and go off the ground. That doesn't translate very well into an actual 1 rep max attempt on deadlift. So I had always deadlifted where I do a rep, stop and reset, and then go again. But even so, he still recommended that I train singles, so that's what I did. And definitely, I felt very beat up during the program. I was very tired. Although near the end, I started to really get in my groove, and it was actually feeling very, very good by the end, especially on squat. I knew I was going to hit some big squat PRs. And when I went into test the last 2 days of this week, after a taper, so I ran the 3-week volume phase, and then last week I ran a taper where I did 1 day doing 3 sets of 3 on squat and bench at 70% of my 1 rep max, and then I did a semi-heavy day of going up to 85% of my 1 rep max for a double, and then I did another taper day of 3 sets of 3 at 70%, and then took 2 full days off before I retested squat and deadlift on Monday. And as you saw on squat, hit 605 pounds for 3, which I was actually aiming only for 2. I was shocked at how awesome the squat felt. Felt pretty easy. My previous best for 3 reps is 565. So, you know, conservative estimates would put my 1 rep max around 640, 650. And aggressive estimates put it around 660. So I think it's probably in that 640, 650 range. So I'm super excited about that on the squat. And then on the deadlift, which I did the same day as the squat, I did it after the squat, right afterwards. I matched a previous best gym PR on deadlift, which was 675. It actually felt pretty easy, and then about halfway up, you could kind of see it got stuck on my thighs. I don't know if I didn't have enough baby powder on my legs or what, but it didn't roll up my legs very easy. But once I got it moving again, I locked it out without too much problem. I think I had 10, 15 more pounds in me, especially if I can figure out a way to not hit that sticking point there where it sticks on my legs. I'm thinking about maybe starting to wear knee sleeves over my knee so it hits the sleeve instead of my skin and gets stuck. So I was pretty happy with that deadlift, even though it wasn't an all-time PR. It did match a gym PR. The only time I've hit over 675 has been at a meet, and meets are just different with deadlift. A meet atmosphere will add pounds to your deadlift. So I was happy with that. And then today I tested out bench press Tuesday, and hit 370 for a double, which is a 5-pound PR for a double on bench press, which I'm actually really happy with because my best all time was 365 for 2, but it was several months ago, and it was right before a meet. And then after that, I felt like my bench press lost a lot. I don't know why. I got some arm pain. My timing was off on my lift, and when I started the cycle, I actually felt like I probably would have struggled to do 365 for a single or 370 for a single. So it hit 370 for a double. I was really, really happy about that. And that puts my bench press somewhere around 390, 395 range. So overall, you know, looked like it at least added 30, 40 pounds to my total. We won't know until I really retest my maxes here after a few more training blocks. But overall, definitely amazing results. Especially in the squat, which was unbelievable. I never in my wildest dreams, you know, if you asked me a couple years ago, dreamed I could triple 605. So, just crazy. Dr. Zourdos definitely knows what he's doing. Daily undulating periodization is no joke, especially the volume cycle. This overreaching cycle was brutal, but I loved it. I thrive on high volume. The first week was awful. I was sore everywhere. Felt like I could hardly move, but I gutted it out, and it was definitely worth the reward. So the best thing I can press upon you, again, is forget what you think you know about overtraining and be willing to push yourself, because overreaching can be a beautiful thing. So still got about 5 more months till my target meet, where I'm planning to set some records, and things are going awesome for now. So that's just a quick update on where I'm at with my lifting and my training, and stay tuned. It's going to be a fun ride.